Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, has said it would drag President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, the Senate President Ahmed Lawal, and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CGN, Muhammad Tanko, to the International Criminal Court, ICC, to face prosecution for crimes against humanity should the current wave of killings by armed herdsmen continue and the killers and their sponsors go unpunished. It also challenged the President and the National Assembly to take practical steps to stop the nationwide war on Nigerians by armed herdsmen. The rights group said it was legally incumbent on the Commander-in-Chief of Nigerian Armed Forces to adhere strictly to his constitutional oath of office and enforce immediate and comprehensive military strategies to stop the widening specter of bloody violence against different communities all over Nigeria by suspected armed Fulani herdsmen. Huriwa, in a statement yesterday in Abuja signed by the National Coordinator Emmanuel Onwubiko, lamented that the government has in 5 years failed to prosecute the mass murderers terrorizing Nigeria. Huriwa said the failure of President Muhammadu Buhari to effectively put an end to this cocktail of well-coordinated violent uprising by suspected Fulani herdsmen who are on rampage in diverse Nigerian communities in the northwest, north-central, south-south states of Delta, Akwa Ibom, and the recent killings in Benue State by armed Fulani herdsmen amounts to a constitutional breach on the side of the president. The failure of the National Assembly to pass a binding resolution acknowledging the ongoing civil war by armed headers against Nigeria is a serious dereliction of legislative duties, which should lead to the impeachment of both the Senate President Ahmed Lawal and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila. Huriwa stated that the fundamental role of National Assembly was to compare the executive to the needful to stop the bloodshed or to invoke the constitutional provisions which permit them to remove a non-performing president. This bloodshed can't continue forever. The killings are way too much and life has become too cheap under this government. This is genocide and must be seen as such. We will drag all the leaders of the different arms of the government to the ICC if no step is taken by 76 hours to stop the killings and try these killers. The primary responsibility of government is the prevention of mass killings and the enthronement of security of lives and property of the citizenry. This government has failed. So guys, from someone that really wrote an article saying that Nigerians needs to come out, Nigerians need to come out and let their voices be heard all over the world. Let their voices be heard all over the world. Even if you think that, oh, they are not going to do anything, because from all indications, this government is not ready to do anything. And the more we keep bringing them out, the more we keep talking. And I remember somebody was saying, if Nigerians do not do anything, even the international community will not be able to say anything, because they will believe that, okay, maybe they are the ones maybe saying it, or they are trying to cry more than the bereaved. But if the masses themselves are coming out on a daily basis saying these are the things we are experiencing, because the government will come out and tell you, oh, it is not as the way it is, the way people are portraying it, just like the vice president. That one, we are not even hearing anything from him. The gentleman is just quiet somewhere. The vice president is not saying anything, but let him come out now. The next thing is going to be singing the praises of the president at this age and time. Nobody, they cannot tell us that they don't know what is happening. They cannot tell us they are ignorant of these things. They cannot tell us within their hearts. He himself cannot tell us that things are okay. And if he has conscience, then if he are the president, some people like, oh, he's not the president, he's just the vice president, he cannot say anything. Then why was he being voted for? He was voted in there so that to be able to help the president, and for the fact that he's a lawyer, son for that matter, professor of law for that matter, supposed to be giving advice to the president. Some people were like, oh, what are you talking about? It's just a camouflage. We don't want to know, but ordinarily the way it ought to be. That was why he was voted in there. So it is we that are always making excuses, of course, based on what people have seen and experienced, the manner to which the whole system has been structured, that the vice president does not really have say, but constitutionally he's supposed to be there and be encouraging and be advising the president, even if the need arises. But no, what you're going to be hearing from him is just to be singing the praises of of the president. Okay, you want to talk about the National Assembly. You know how that the leadership of those upper and lower chamber, how they came to be. You know how they came to be. They were just unpicked. So if anybody is expecting them to do anything, we are just deceiving ourselves. But we must put them on their toes because they are receiving humongous allowances and salaries. So we cannot keep quiet because they are being unpicked. We don't even want to know that, because saying all of those things means that we are making excuses for them. So we'll say, oh, they were unpicked, so there's nothing they can do. We are going to put, they need to be, followed bumper to bumper, if we can use that language. Give them close marking. Give them close marking. You are not there because of one man. One person cannot be bigger than the whole country. See what is happening. They are all quiet. The Senate president will come and tell Nigerians that, oh, whatever request that the president is going to bring to them, they are going to grant it because they know that it means well for Nigerians. What kind of statement is that? The more we continue to talk about this, the more the international community will begin to see what is happening. Because as it is now, Nigerians have said many things, they've cried out, they've talked about these things, and the government is not ready to do anything, because the next thing they will tell you, oh, we are a sovereign country, we are a sovereign nation, and yet things are going the way they are going, and nobody seems to be in charge. The president is not seem to be in charge, because people have come out, even to his wife, come out to say this man is not in charge. Some people have hijacked the position he's supposed to be occupying. We don't even know what is happening. And that is why Nigerians will continue to cry out. This idea of saying, oh, why would we, it's like we are trying to embarrass ourselves. Yes, the so-called leaders that we put there are not doing what we want. Lives are being lost every day. Those who are always saying that because you have not been affected, that is why you can be saying this kind of a thing. Because now they are telling us that the president said you have to hand them over to the police. Those people who are committing this havoc. And yet, at the end of the day, we know that they are not going to do anything. The recent case that just happened in Anambra State, those who are always saying, why do Nigerians always go to international communities? They always do this, they always do that. Because that is the language, that is the only language they will hear. Just like what happened in Anambra State. They cannot tell us that they did not hear, they did not know what happened. The manner to which those Mieti Halas or the Fulani leaders in Anambra walked out on those their host communities, saying that they can do their worst. So those people did not hear all of those things. And you want to tell me the SSS or the DSS did not hear such statements, that they are confirming that their people can carry whatever they are carrying just to protect themselves. Those who are always coming out to criticize, to challenge Nigerians, who are always crying to the international communities, you want to tell us you did not hear all of these things, and you expect people to be politically correct, to be quiet all the time, because you have not been affected. That is why you are talking like that, and you think it's not going to come to your dwelling place, or it's not going to come to your doorstep if things continue like this. It's very, very unfortunate that the people themselves are the problem of themselves. Things are happening like this. Even those who have not been affected, they are crying out, and you are telling them not to do that. You are trying to shut them up. For how long are we going to continue with all of these things? Now, Nigerians have called on the government. They have not done anything. They have not done anything. Even the police are not ready to do anything. They are just there because they are waiting for order from above. Because even if they arrest them, the next thing they will be released. Now yesterday, Femi Adesina justifying the reason why they need to sit on a round table with these vocal people, and he was giving some kind of illustrations or references or examples which is not applicable in the present day situation. It's very, very unfortunate. So if the vice president, all of them, the Senate president and the Gbajabiamila Mila himself, all of them, and the Buhari himself, let them continue to drag them to the ICC. A lot of groups have been doing that. They have been doing that. The job group, has come out to say the same thing. They are dragging them to the international community so that they will know what is happening, because they are not ready to do anything. Of course, if you are not secured in your own place, if you think that those who are your leaders, who are supposed to take responsibilities of your lives and your properties, they are not doing so, are you not going to call for help outside? And from their body language, you will know what is happening. It's very, very unfortunate, really unfortunate. Let them drag them, because as it is now, we cannot keep quiet. We have said, we have talked to them. People have been politically correct, trying to see, for them to see reason to what is happening, which is not supposed to be. It is their duty to protect lives and properties, but they are not doing that. And people are trying to manage the whole thing, trying to persuade them, trying to see all manner of things. Yet nothing is being done as we speak. Someone says, "Oh Lord, deliver this country from the hands of violent men and their sponsors in Jesus' name. They deserve to be dragged to ICC for failing to use state powers to halt the killings and genocide of people they won't protect. Please sue them. They are fully aware of the situation and doing nothing to curb the mess." Exactly. They are fully aware. Most of the statements being made by all these Mieti Allah, the Fulani leaders, you want to tell me they are not hearing? They are hearing. But let an individual make such statement now, you will see them coming out in their numbers, different spokespeople coming to say one or two things, discrediting them. But now when it comes to all this Mieti Allah, they will never make any comments concerning that. Loretta Onoche, we are calling you to speak on all these things that are happening, because you, of course, you are still going to come and tell us and debunk it or try to justify what is not. The issue of Muslims and Christians. She was saying, yes, the Christians are cowards. They are the ones that are always saying that they want to Islamize. Continue. Whatever you think you are getting will not last forever, and it will not save you when the ships are down. That is just the way it is. Someone say it is in Buhari government that Fulani has rights and opportunities to display their long overdue plans, killing people, and Buhari government giving them our money and looking to our faces and telling us they are repentant and never convicted any group of the killers. You end up negotiating with these criminals and they are happy doing business with you. There is God, though. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning all that we have said. Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you.